Welcome on in, everybody, and welcome to another NFL mock draft on the channel. My name is Absolute Illusion. You can also call me Colton, though. Today's episode's going to be a little bit different than the ones you've seen, the previous two that I did with my buddy Mikey and my buddy Steve. In that one, we just did a all-around first-round mock draft, no trades or anything like that. I wanted to try something a little bit different. What I'm probably going to do is I'm actually going to be doing quite a few of these. I'm actually going to go through every single team that at least has a first-round pick. So as of right now, that rules out the Texans and the Rams, I want to say, I think, are the only teams that don't pick in the first round this year. There might be another one. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if there's any other teams I'm forgetting that don't have a pick in the first round. But today we are going to be doing a Jacksonville Jaguars 3-round mock draft. So basically, we're just going to be only picking for the Jaguars. I will be having trades on in this, so teams can send me trades. I will not be sending trades out to teams or anything like that. I will not be changing trades that they send to me to get better picks or anything. Whatever they send me, if I like it, I will accept it. If I don't, I'm just gonna decline it. I'm going to try to keep this as realistic as I can to what I think the Jaguars might do in the draft. Huge preface before I start this here, I am not a professional at this at all. I do not have any sort of professional background in this. These are only just my personal opinions. This is just what I think might happen, what I think would be cool to happen. Players I think would be good fits for the Jaguars. So before we get this started, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot to me if you could do that. And let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see more of these videos, if you like this type of a video, kind of once this is all said and done. With that, we will hop right in. So I'm going to get going here. We are going to do a 3-round mock draft and set the draft speed to slow so we can kind of see the picks as they go. Right off the bat, we are getting a trade offer from the Jets, number 2. Their overall number 2 overall pick and number 23 for number 1 overall. I am going to be declining that. I see no purpose in doing that. As the number 1 overall pick in this draft, as the Jacksonville Jaguars, there is not a single thing that someone could offer me that would make me give up the number 1 overall pick, unless you're giving me like 5 first-round picks or something astronomical or something along those lines. Or for some reason, the Texans decide to make a trade with Jacksonville for Deshaun Watson. I still don't see that happening. However, Jacksonville goes Trevor Lawrence here. They don't need to think. I don't see them needing to think about that too much. Whoa. All right, we're starting this off interesting. So I'm going to pause for just a quick second here. Trevor Lawrence is the best quarterback in this draft class by a good margin. His pro day a few days ago just cemented that even more. He did have left labrum surgery on his left shoulder, I believe. And everything that has come out about it has said that it went brilliantly. He'll be ready for training camp and everything like that come next season. So there is not a single thing that stops the Jacksonville Jaguars from picking Trevor Lawrence here. But the Jets go Jamar Chase. I think that's not super out of the ordinary for them to possibly do. As you know, if they believe Sam Darnold's their guy, or if they end up making a trade with somebody to get one of the quarterbacks in the quarterback carousel that's an absolute mess right now. But the Dolphins go Penei Sewell. I think that's a great pick there too. I'm not going to dive super deep into the picks of the other teams, just because I'll go more into that once I do those teams. Devontae Smith to the Bengals, that's phenomenal. Jalen Waddle, that's a good pick. Patrick Surtain. Getting Patrick Surtain and having Jeff Okudah, that would be a heck of a pair of corners that they've got there. Trey Lance and Justin Fields going there. Okay. So, San Francisco wants to trade us 12. They want to trade back. But they want 25, 65, and a 7. So, solely because Jacksonville is very much in a rebuild. Jacksonville has a lot of holes. They have a lot of holes in a lot of places. I don't see them taking this pick unless somebody unbelievably astronomical fell this far. But as far as I saw, I didn't see anybody that was like out of the stratosphere better than anybody else. So I'm going to end up declining this pick here. Rashaan Slater could have been a player that I could have thought about there. But I don't think that they would reach up for him since they have so many other picks. Rashaan Slater does go to the Vikings, though. I would be so happy if that were to happen. For anybody who doesn't know, I am a Vikings fan, so I would love to see that pick come to fruition. Micah Parsons, that's a great pick there. Najee Harris, I am surprised. Wow, and Travis Etienne going in the first round. That could absolutely happen. I would be a little shocked to actually see it happen, though. But it would be kind of cool to talk about. Mac Jones going to the Jets. So they wait on Zach Wilson, the thought to be maybe second best quarterback in the draft. They pass on him and grab Mac Jones. Wow. But we have another trade-off here coming from the Bills, who my buddy Steve's, this is his team. I probably should also preface the picks for the Jacksonville Jaguars that I will be doing in here were number 1, obviously, number 25, which you can see, number 33, the first pick in the second round, number 46, and number 65. I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, number 46 is actually the Vikings pick. So that's coming from my team, as unfortunate as that is in the Yannick Ngakoue trade. Dropping back 5 picks and picking up a 5th. As much as I think that this would be an interesting option to go with, there is somebody on the board who I don't think lasts till 30, so I am going to decline this. Man, oh no, he went at 24? I couldn't see that. Man, I hate that. I thought Christian Darrisaw was on the board. So now I've declined that trade, though. What do I do here? You know what? We're going to give... Ooh, this is a tough one now. No, you know what? We're going to pick Gregory Rousseau here. I'll talk about that here just a little bit. Gregory Rousseau... There's a lot of differing views on him as a player overall. A lot of people see him as just a freak athlete who has no real technical skill at all. I do think he has some decent technique. His technique does need a lot of help. He is a physical freak, though, if I remember correctly. He is 6'5", 260 pounds. He would be an unbelievable player for the Jacksonville Jaguars to try to mold. I don't know if he would have been there at 33, so I take him here because one of the other teams probably would have ended up picking him. And I think that he could be, if given the right scheme and if you give him the right coaching staff and you build him up, I think that he could be one of the probably the best pass rusher that comes out of this draft, just my personal opinion. Jalen Phillips is unbelievably good. Kwity Paye is probably the most well-rounded defensive end in this entire draft class. He's just a freak. But Gregory Rousseau has probably the highest upside of anybody. He also probably has the lowest floor of anybody you'd be picking in the first round. I do love this pick for them, though, so it's a very easy selection for me to make at 25. He could end up being your starting defensive end for the next decade, as long as they don't end up trading all of their players away again in like 5 years. But I could see him being a great player for them. He fits in really, really well with what I think that they're going to be trying to do over the next couple of years, and he gives them a great building block. So we'll keep going, though. Terrence Marshall to the Browns. Okay. Kadarius Toney. Okay. Asante Samuel Jr., that's a player I was looking at. Zaven Collins. Jalen Phillips goes there. Nick Bolton goes there. Okay. Okay. Trading back to 45. Picking up a 5 and a 7. And they want 33. You know, this is probably going to be one of the more boring ones, as I don't see this team. There is needs that they have, and there's a player on the board. As long as he didn't get taken at 32 there, because I can't see who got taken at 32. I have a feeling that they would probably not take this, as a player that they want is probably on the board. So I am going to decline it here. He is still on the board. I am going to be taking Jalen Mayfield here. Jalen Mayfield is a very, very, very good offensive tackle. you could slide him into guard. Kind of shows it right here a little bit. If you can get him in the right scheme, has the potential to be an all-pro at right tackle, left tackle. You could slide him into guard. I don't see him much as a guard, though. I see him very much as a tackle, and he could be your right or left tackle of the future trying to mind blank on who their left tackle is right now. But their left tackle right now is, let me double check this. Cam Robinson. Don't know why I couldn't think of that. But Cam Robinson is set to hit free agency. They have all the money in the world to bring him back, but if they value him enough where they want to pay him the big money that he is going to require to sign him in free agency. He's been a solid player for them. I don't know if he's been that good to deserve the contract he's probably going to warrant as a left tackle. So if you decide not to bring him back, this is the perfect way to go. Even if you do bring him back, this is still, I think, the way to go. You could pick an offensive lineman at 25, which is what I was actually going to do. I was going to take Christian Darrisaw there because I believe he's probably the perfect fit for them. He just does everything well. Christian Darrisaw is very, very, very game ready. He's not like Penei Sewell where he does have a little bit of holes here and there. Tevin Jenkins is also that way. He needs a little bit of help, at least from what I've seen. I still need to do more research on Tevin Jenkins and Liam Eckenberg. I don't know a ton about them. Alex Leatherwood, I love as an offensive tackle. He also could be a very, very good guard, though. So I liked all of these offensive linemen. I think Jalen Mayfield easily has the highest ceiling of any of these guys, though. So let's keep going here. Our next pick is at 46, if I remember correctly. Yep, so it is at 46 there. Rondale Moore going to the Dolphins. The Dolphins have had a heck of a draft. Let's check that out quick. Dolphins got Penei Sewell there, Travis Etienne, and Rondale Moore. They are giving Tua Tagovailoa all the weapons. They are giving him so many weapons that he's not even going to know what to do with it. That is crazy. All right, so there's a guy on the board right now who, if he's still there, I already know I'm picking him with this pick. It's kind of a no-brainer to me with this pick. Because I believe this player, if he's still on the board, we'll see. You gonna take him? You do not. Okay, so this is an easy pick for me. I believe this guy has absolute first-round talent. He is easily the best safety in this entire draft class, and it's not close for me. Trevor Lawrence, I believe, is the best safety in this class. Very, very solid player. 6'1", 208. Absolute great starting free safety. Great in coverage. He can play zone. He can play zone really well. He's got great sight on the ball, where he can really cover the entire field. I'd love to see kind of what his 40 time is going to be and what his cone drills are going to be for his pro day and everything. I kind of want to see what his lateral movement is like. But hands down, I think that he is easily the best safety in this draft class, with Richie Grant being decently close. It's probably the next closest, with Javon Holland being a good step down from either of those two, in my opinion. But if you can get Trayvon Moehrig at 46 there, I think you jump at the chance to grab him there, because he could go in the first round easily. So I believe we only have one more pick, and I believe it is at 65, and it is right there at 65. So we're looking here. Wow. Okay. So, okay. This is one I really got to think about here. Okay, so they're offering 56, which they're at right now. 87, so pick next round. For 65 this round. Or, wait a minute. Yeah, 65, the first pick of the next round. A fourth, another 4, so 2 4s, and a 7. I think that there's some other good players on the board. There is a player on the board that I could very, very well or very much see them making this trade here. However, I think that they're probably gonna, if they were in this position, they would probably just hope that he falls to them at 65. He could. It's only about 9 picks away. So we're going to test it. I know there hasn't been a ton of trades. I definitely will be making more trades in probably some of the later series. Okay. So they want a future 5, a 7, and a 3. So this is really all dependent on how much they truly believe the player that's on the board is the fit for them. I don't know specifically what Urban Meyer is going to come in and do for them in terms of their overall scheme. Because I think that this is decently fair. You're losing a 5th next year, which is not the greatest, but you are jumping up just a few picks to grab the player that you want, and I think this is a player they want a lot because it is a need for them. So I am going to accept this trade here, and I'm going to go out. I'm gonna grab Pat Freiermuth. He, outside of Kyle Pitts, okay, you have to leave Kyle Pitts on his own. Kyle Pitts is a different type of beast. He's almost not even a tight end. He's almost like a slot wide receiver in a sense. He can line up anywhere, but Pat Freiermuth is easily the second best tight end in this draft class, and I genuinely believe he's probably the most well-rounded overall tight end in this draft class in terms of blocking, being able to run block, pass block, get out into open space and catch. I think that he would be a great, great fit for them and somebody that they'd probably jump at the chance to take. 6'5", 250. He's got that hybrid role. 12 personnel, heavy offense. I don't know specifically what Urban Meyer is going to transfer over to in the NFL. If he's going to keep it as Ohio State, his Ohio State system, which he probably won't. He'll probably change it a bit for the NFL. But he is unbelievably good for being able to grab him here, and I think that you jump at that chance to take him, especially since the Ravens just took Brevin Jordan right there. I think that they take Pat Freiermuth there if he falls that far, so you jump them to grab the player you want. I think that is 100% a fair way to go about it. Where do we pick next? Is that actually the last of our picks? That might be the last of our picks, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. That may be the last of our picks. But, man, Landon Dickerson is still on the board. I wonder if we'll get a trade offer to jump back into the 3rd round if we don't have another pick. We might not. I don't know if we do. But we'll kind of see what happens here. Javen Holland goes there. Trey Smith goes to them. That's a good one. Chaz Surratt goes there. Quincy Roche is a player I love. I love Quincy Roche as more of a linebacker than an edge, I think. Again, you can play him in either. Yeah, that might have been our last pick. So I wonder if we get an offer to jump back into the 3rd round, though. We might just have to wait it out and see. Ooh, that's a good pick for the Vikes there. Well, the Browns pick back-to-back. Or right after the Vikes there. Kyle Trask goes to the Bears. That's an interesting one. Yeah, so we don't have another pick, so we'll see what happens. Josh Myers there. Nobody really that I would jump at the chance for to grab here. Nobody I would jump at the chance to grab for. So I think even if we do get a trade offer to jump back in, I don't think I'm gonna. There's nobody I specifically truly desire. Yeah. Nothing there. Finalizing the draft here. So let's go back through it here. We'll look at our user picks. Actually, we'll look at the trades first. We only did make one trade here, which we got the Browns 2nd-round pick, number 58. We picked Pat Freiermuth, which I think is 100% fair. Had I not taken him, I probably would have waited to my pick to pick Amon-Ra St. Brown there. If he even made it that far. Did he even make it that far? That's a really good question. Yeah, Pat Freemouth. He did not make it there. So the other player I would have wanted would have also been gone right there. So I'm actually really, really glad we did that. They picked Marlon, the interior defensive lineman out of USC. They ended up getting a 7th round pick out of it and a 5th next year, which I don't think is the end of the world. It might have been given up maybe a little much, but to grab the player you want, I think that this would be a phenomenal draft class for the Jacksonville Jaguars. You grab Trevor Lawrence, your quarterback of the future, 100% the most NFL-ready quarterback I've ever had the pleasure of watching in college. Gregory Rousseau, a player who can be molded into one of the better edge threats in the entire NFL. Jalen Mayfield, who could mold into your left tackle of the future to protect Trevor Lawrence. You need to make sure you protect Trevor Lawrence. We saw what happened with Joe Burrow. You don't want that happening with Trevor Lawrence. So I think that this would be a great pick for them to make. You get the player that you really, really wanted there. Trevon Moehrig right here. Great pick at the value there. Trevon Moehrig, someone who could go well before even 33. Even before 25, possibly. So I think grabbing him there would be amazing. Plus, you get Pat Freiermuth. Sorry. I apologize if I'm butchering names. I'm not the greatest at name pronunciation. So I think that this would be a great draft for them. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, though. If there's any Jaguars fans that watch me, let me know what you guys would think of this. Let me know what anybody else thinks. I will be doing the Jets on the next one. I'll probably be going in order. Unless you guys want me to kind of do them differently than that, if you guys want me to leave it to you guys who I do next, make sure you guys let me know in the comments. Make sure you guys hit the like button as well. It would mean a lot to me because it shows that you guys are interested in the video, or if that you guys like these videos at all. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel as well if you do enjoy it. There will be more football content. I will also be doing some more gaming content. I have a co-op series with a buddy of mine coming to the channel hopefully pretty soon. We'll be doing one of our favorite games we're going to be doing a co-op of, so we're pretty excited for that. So make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter as well, at Absolute Colton. Everything will be down in the description down there. But with that, thank you guys all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.